Hello, it's Sweetest Honey 86 and welcome to part 29 of my Pikmin 4 playthrough. And welcome to the new intro screen. We've only seen it one time, so I'm glad it's back. There is a little bit of delay between videos. I think I have fixed the screen tearing finally. It's not fixed in this video, so you will see it a little bit, but I got some new monitors that can hopefully keep up with the game. I was also on vacation, so that also created a gap between videos. We're nearing the end of the main storyline, and I just didn't want the videos to look terrible. So I was fine with waiting until I could resolve the issues. Now that we've healed a new rescue, we're going to get their side mission and then go around and collect any rewards from completed side missions. The upgrade we're getting for Ochi is going to allow him to charge up his energy faster, and when he does charge enemies, it'll temporarily stun them, which turns out to be very helpful. And with the upgrade I'm getting for myself, I'll be able to punch and have more power behind it. I tend to use bomb rocks a lot, so I like to stay at max on those. The first task for today is to do the Dandori battle that we saw in our last play. Okay, so spoiler alert, I did not make it through on my first try of this battle, so I guess I could just kind of tell you what I did wrong. The first thing is that I did not prioritize gathering Pikmin over getting the treasure. And here you see me wasting time using Ochi to drag back a banana instead of using Ochi to gather more Pikmin. And since I didn't focus on that, fighting these enemies takes a little bit longer than it should. In addition to gathering Pikmin, it's important to take down the obstacles like the iron fence that's in my way and the water that's in the way. I don't remember Ice Pikmin being able to just skate across the water like this without drowning, because the other Pikmin immediately start drowning. But I guess since Ice Pikmin can freeze the water, then they can go on top of it. Now that the gates are down, I can carry back all the stuff in this room to the base that's in the next room. There are yellow Pikmin inside this jellyfish that I should have gotten very early on in this playthrough. I don't know why I started fighting these with Ochi by himself. That was a huge waste of time. So I moved on to an enemy that I can take out with one hit. I need 50 Pikmin to take that bag down, meaning that 5 purple would probably work best, but I only had ice with me at the time. These are so much easier to fight when you have enough Pikmin. I could have used actually a little bit more so I could take them down even faster. With the base moved, it should be easier to wrap up the rest of the treasures, but I am almost out of time. There's no way I would have been able to clear up all this gold and get the watermelon with 30 seconds remaining. And this was the point where I looked at the map and realized that I had a whole section that I haven't even accessed yet, and I need to take down the paper bag in order to get to the section, and I think that's electricity that is right after the paper bag. So with only 30 seconds left, I am pretty much screwed, but I did try to go for bronze so I wouldn't have to replay it right now, and clearly I failed. I cleared it the second time though, so what I'm going to do is just cut to the end of me finishing it the second time. And as you can see, I'm still cutting it close with 30 seconds left. I'm barely getting in the really heavy watermelon. So now we can carry the leafling back to base, and we're pretty much done with this corner of the room. I'm letting the rope down just in case I need it, but I probably won't. And I didn't know what I was going to do next, so I went ahead and got moss out the way, which is really easy with all ice Pikmin. And I use Ochi's ability to stun to give me a chance to regroup and get the Pikmin back on him. And as soon as I defeated Moss, I realized that there was nothing for me to do outside of going to this cave, the Frozen Inferno. This is the one that is on top of the stove, so I can only bring in red Pikmin, and I can only go in if I've equipped myself with fireproofing. In this cave, we encounter a new obstacle. They look like little bundles of hay, but clearly I need to catch them on fire and burn them out the way. I just lost 2 Pikmin because that enemy licked them off my back, which is really annoying because before when they got close to me and tried that, it didn't work, but it worked this time. A fiery Bulbax can be pretty dangerous, but not with nearly 100 red Pikmin. There will be these bonfire altars scattered throughout this cave, and the red Pikmin can pick up, it looks like a flaming pine cone, and use that to light other bonfire altars and to burn the hay. And they don't burn forever, so lighting the other altars will make it easier to not have to backtrack too much. This sublevel is a great introduction to this new game mechanic. Although I do think they introduced it kind of late in the game, something like this could have made the other caves less boring. I forgot to burn the hay closest to base, so now that I have that, I'm going to collect the rest of the gems and this pretzel, and then that's all for this sublevel. So this cave is called the Frosty Inferno, and the first level was like an inferno, and I think the other three are all frosty. So that means in order to keep the Pikmin from freezing, I need to keep them close to fire or close to Ochi. I do get some ice Pikmin on this sublevel, but not very many. When you're idle because you've switched to the other player, by default you pluck any Pikmin that are in the ground near you. So that's why you see me switching back and forth when it's time to pluck Pikmin, and that way I can do something else. At this point, I only have 5 ice Pikmin total, so building this bridge is going to take a little bit. I'm just going to fast forward to when I'm finished, and I'm done. With only 5 ice Pikmin, I'm not going to attack the frosty ballboard yet, so I'm just going to sneak past it and push this bag down so I can access the fire. I didn't try using the fire to extinguish the ice fountain, but I wonder if that would have worked. Here I was just confirming if I could only have 1 fireball at a time, and it looks like I can only have 1. Then I wanted to see if it would do damage to enemies, and the fire does a little bit of damage, but not enough to have an entire fight with it. However, it does remove the ice from the back of the frosty bellboard, and that way I can attack it with all of my other Pikmin. Next, I'm using my rock Pikmin to take down this crystal wall, and my ice Pikmin to take down the gate to the exit, and then I believe I only have 1 enemy left to be finished with this sublevel. This cave has more ice hazards than anything, but you have to go in with all red Pikmin, so it makes sense that it's a cave that's later in the game, even though I don't consider it particularly hard. We do need as many ice Pikmin as we can get, so I'm glad this candy pot bud is sitting right here. I spent way too long fighting this freeze cake. I don't think I really paid attention to the fact that one side is ice and the other side is just stone. I should have just attacked the stone side with all of my Pikmin instead of drawing out the fight. Now that the Arctic cannon larva is out the way, I can use the fire to start burning some hay. I struggled with getting Pikmin to this orange, or tangerine. But anyways, usually standing further away from the ledge is the best way to throw Pikmin on top of it. Now that the last enemy is gone and the cold air is gone, I just spend the rest of my time collecting the treasure and the corpses before I move on to the final floor. I already ran out by myself to see what the boss was, which is why you hear the boss music already, and now I'm ready to attack it with my Pikmin. So first you hit it with fire to get rid of its ice cocoon, and then you can attack it with any Pikmin. I did good in this fight, I just felt that I made it a little long. There is another fire altar nearby, but you have to break it with ice first. And with the boss being right here, that's very difficult to do. Well, not very difficult, I just really didn't want to take the time to do it, and I didn't want to lose Pikmin trying to do it. So instead, I just ran back to base to get more fire, and then back to the boss, which made it take longer. And the treasure it drops is very appropriately an ice pick. I want to break this open just to confirm that there's nothing in it, it's just on top of the altar, and there was nothing in it. Now that we have the castaway, we're all finished with this cave and we can exit. Getting this spicy spray from the honey wisp reminds me that I kind of should have used it on that last boss battle that I said was taking forever. Sometimes I forget about stuff like that. Getting this ice onion means that I no longer have to worry about losing ice Pikmin because I can just make them. The safe on this table is something I saw a little bit earlier when I was scouting the area, but this is my first time walking up to it. And the playing cards that we've been getting since we got to the Hero's Hideaway actually give us the combo to the safe. I'm going to bring Ochi up here with me, just in case Moss wakes up and tries to start a fight. I was trying to press the button to ride Ochi and I accidentally threw a Pikmin over the edge, but I just hit the button to call all idle Pikmin back to me and it hopped right back up here. Well, we've already done 2 caves today, so let's save that final battle for the next gameplay. It looks like it's the end of the main storyline, but I believe there's a lot more gameplay to come afterwards, so I hope you'll join me. Thank you for watching. If you don't mind, please click the like button and subscribe. I would love for you to join me as we wrap up this series. Until then, moisturize, hydrate, mind your business, and be kind. Bye.